But I gotta tell you though, I'm growing up too. As much as I would love to do each and every single woman here tonight, you can't do everybody. Because some of you don't wash your ass. You know when your shit ain't smelling right, when you ain't right.
Yes, that's what this video is about. So if y'all is interested, definitely keep watching and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Alright, so I will talk to y'all in about 2 seconds. Screw self-care Sunday. It's self-care every day, y'all. Every day I be working my girl up with coconut oil, making sure she nice and, you know, caressed and just moisturized and just feeling good. Be smelling all nice, be drinking my water, eating my fruits. You know what I'm saying? Just making good nectar, alright? Good nectar. I remember when I heard that people were just washing a vagina with just water. I was like, oh my god. And that's what they did before Summer's Eve. But to me, that was just something that was so foreign because I had just always used Summer's Eve for most of my life. I still do not want to use just plain water. That's something that still feels unnatural to me. But in the meantime, I use something that is way milder and more safer for my vagina. So I'm, you know, still doing myself a great service. Now, I don't want to hear nothing about this when I tell y'all about it, alright? The product is $13.49. But if you got even $26 to drop on some foundation, you need not say a damn thing about spending $13 to keep your ass clean.
Fuck you, I do wash my ass. I use Dove. Well, Dove ain't kicking in.
You could go buy yourself a $4 or $5 bottle of Summer's Eve, but that stuff is really harsh and it's very dangerous for your vagina. And I guarantee you in 50 years your vagina will be rotted. The chemicals inside are just synthetic and they're too harsh for your vagina anyway. It throws off your balance, your ecosystem, all of that. And I noticed that when I stopped using it, that my discharges were just lighter. I didn't have as much anymore, and then my smell was different. I just was smelling sweeter, and just better things started to happen. Okay, so as much as they want to say, yeah, they reformulated everything, it's still the same bullshit. They just put the word natural over everything, and they just have pictures of coconuts on it now. So Summer's Eve, you ain't slick. Anyway, introducing Splash Feminine Wash. It's by a company called Fluid Balance. I probably messed that name up, but this is what it looks like. So like I said, about $13. It's really great. It's made out of, it's formulated with coconut oils and sea salt. Has a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 11. Has 11 ingredients in it. Water, cocoa acetamates, cocoa betaine, but it's like derived from actual coconuts, so I'm not even mad. And I know that these are gentle cleansers that are derived from the coconuts. And they also have sea salt, citric acid, aloe vera, hibiscus, flax, green tea, and sunflower seed, essential oil fragrance, and potassium sorbate. So yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with this. This doesn't cause me any problems. The ingredients are pretty mild, as you guys heard, and it's vegan, so you can't go wrong. And if you do care if this makes a difference, it's made in the USA. After I'm done using this product, I will air dry my vagina. I'll moisturize my whole body, allow the vagina to air dry, and then when I'm done, I'll take some coconut oil. Let me go get some. This is just the brand that I got from Target. Simply Balance. Come on. Yep, this is the unrefined virgin coconut oil, because You don't want to put anything refined in there. You want to be as raw and organic as possible. I take just a little bit. I'll just dip my finger inside the coconut oil and then let the excess drip and just slide that finger between the lips, just coating the vulva. It just gets it sweeter for some reason, because like the natural juices, I guess, of the vagina will secrete through the walls, through the skin, and it'll mix with the coconut, and it just produces a nice flavor. If that makes any sense. It also makes your vagina, the skin, a lot softer, because you know it's coconut oil, and coconut oil makes everywhere softer. It's like, you know, the oil of the gods pretty much. You don't have to worry about putting it in there, because you know, you don't have to worry about yeast infections or anything like that, antifungal or antibacterial. You don't have to worry about it stinking or nothing. And what I've noticed from doing this is that my vagina will smell good for like a full 24 hours. Like the next day, I'm not funky or anything, or thinking, I really need to go into the shower. I still smell just as fresh. And I also like to take a little bit and, you know, slide it in the booty hole too, because it makes your skin really soft. And I like to be smooth everywhere. All right. So comment down below if you guys know what I mean. How do you know what is normal? Well, you either gotta taste it or you gotta
sniff it.
Alright? You could just sniff your underwear, or you can just take your finger and, you know, just put it down there and just bring it to your nose and smell. Or like I said, you can just go, you know, straight for the go and just be a savage and like taste that. And you should not feel uncomfortable or feel weird about doing any of this, because this is your body, and how else are you supposed to know what's normal if you're not checking on a regular basis? So you're going to notice that the vagina is going to have a slightly acidic taste to it, and that's just the way it is. There are things that you can do excuse me. There are things that you can do to change that, but I'll discuss that later on in the video. But yeah, just naturally accept it's going to be a little bit acidic. It's not going to smell like flowers. It's not going to taste like strawberries and all this stuff. It's going to have a slightly acidic taste to it. Similar to yogurt in a way. Similar, but not quite. You don't have to have a partner in order to have a sweet vagina, alright? You could just want to be sweet for you. Who wouldn't want to be sitting on a jar of honey? Anything that is sweet will generally make you sweet. So pineapples are really good. Any other citrus fruit like oranges, lemons, grapefruit, those are really, really good for you guys. Try to eat pineapples though, because they really do help, and they work really fast, like in a couple of hours, maybe like 4 hours or so, your vagina would be sweet. So if you wanted, you know, to do something right then and there, that's a really good tip. But I also encourage you guys to drink water, like heavily. We're 70% water, guys. Our bodies are 70% water. That number, you know, like, that's a lot. So you have to constantly be changing your water. You don't want to have a swamp in your body, if that makes any sense. Like old, dirty water that is just diseased and, you know, disgusting. So you want to keep drinking water. So I'm about 125, right? So we're going to divide that in half and say that's like, you know, about 63 ounces or whatever. So we're going to drink 63 ounces of water a day at least. That's going to just be the minimum water that my body needs. Of course, you want to be doing much more. You don't want to be a C student at shit. So I like to drink 60 to 80 ounces of water a day, but that don't always happen. Sometimes I'm like a D student and I barely drink, you know, 50 ounces of water. But yeah, do what I say, not as I do. Drink your water. And limit your red meat. Don't go too crazy on it. You also want to not drink coffee because that makes you bitter. Stay away from asparagus because, you know, like it makes your pee stink, and it also makes, you know, your area a little funky. So you don't really, you know, you don't want that. But it can also give you stronger orgasms, so you can really roll the dice there, you know. Cinnamon Cinnamon helps neutralize the acid in your vagina, so it does make you a lot sweeter. So you could just try to put cinnamon in, you know, your tea if you like. You can try to put it on top of, you know, like a little cake or something. Just try to eat more cinnamon in your diet wherever you can throughout the day, and then that should be something that you'll start noticing some changes. Limit the amount of red meat in your diet. Yes, I am vegetarian, and this might come off as bias, but this is just common sense to me anyway. It just makes your vagina slightly acidic, and that can be, well, slightly more acidic. It makes your vagina more alkaline, and that can cause infections, and it can throw off your pH significantly. So when you do eat a lot of red meat, you might be finding that you're having, you know, issues with discharge. You know, you might be having more infections and things like that. You're just not, you know, you just have a breeding ground for just negativity, you know, going on down there. So that's another reason to go vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian even. Like I said, like, you don't need to be eating red meat anyway. Stay away from sugar. Sugar breeds yeast. You don't need that in your life. Don't wear tight underwear or anything that just causes you to not be able to breathe down there. And never, I am telling you this, never ever wipe back to front.
No, you don't go from the back to the front. You don't bring the shit to the clit. You don't wipe from here. You got to go here and drop. You know the motion. Bow, bow, bow.
Do your Kegel exercises. Your vagina loves working out. Like the rest of your body loves working out. You can't just leave the vagina out. That rhymes. Definitely do your Kegels. If you don't know what Kegels are, they're basically just, you know, contracting the muscles of your vagina as if you were trying to stop yourself from peeing. Just do that repeatedly. You know, you can do it for a minute at a time. I never knew what Kegels were, so I just did them all the time. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, that's safe. I'm still here. Have more sex. Women who have sex more frequently tend to have much stronger vaginal walls because they're getting more of a workout and their vaginas are just in better shape. So definitely do your Kegels. If you know you don't have someone, yeah, I couldn't find mine for the video, but if you guys wanted to, instead of doing Kegels, you could use like a jade egg or like those vaginal balls. Like they call Benoit balls or something like that. But I personally don't like the Kegel balls because there's the weight that's inside of the case, and then when the weight moves and hits the case, it's a slight vibration, and I just feel that going in there, and that just does not feel okay to me, okay? So I'm not a fan, so I'll probably get a jade egg and let you guys know how I feel about it. And then the last thing that you guys can do, which is super duper easy, definitely go commando when you sleep. Your vajayjay needs to breathe, lady. It needs to breathe, alright? It loves that. Watching this video, I definitely appreciate it. And don't forget to leave me any tips, you know, for how you guys take care of your vagina. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know in them comments down below. So I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.